All right. All right. Perfect. So now I'm being heard. So here's the idea. I'm gonna make, I believe it's gonna be for the time being, it's gonna be best to do those lives 30 minutes. Let me make sure I'm my phone here as well. Just for now, probably in the future I want to make longer lives, especially because I believe I'm going to be producing more content, so it's going to be easier. I don't see myself here yet. All right, but anyways, let's get started though. Um, Let me see. Another interesting week for AI, especially from. All right, now I have sound. All right, now I have sound. And the answer is yes. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why it removed the default there. It changed that. Anyways, so here we have Reve. So on Reve, it seems very similar to Midjourney and a lot of the other image generators out there. I really enjoy the results it's been giving me. Like Midjourney, it's been there for a while, and you have so many options uh, that once you learn those, like to deal with their tools, it's excellent. But until then, you have a lot of things to explore. And while Reve is very straightforward on natural language, you do have multiple tools on Midjourney, for example, which you can work on the details, right? Natural language, therefore, there are some aspects that are, let me share and show. I think it's better than if I just talking. I created some funny content here, so this is a good example, and the level of quality is very very impressive, right? And realism. So basically, they do have what is called enhance on, which if I go for my original prompt, it's basically create a full body image of Mel Gibson, young, long hair, like in the movie Little Weapon, and then it generated the enhanced form here, right? So interesting that made him blonde for some reason. And well, I think he's Australian if I'm not mistaken, so it would make sense. But anyways, the point is that the quality here is very good, right? So it does look a lot like him. I don't want to go to that one yet. It does look a lot like him, and it's pretty cool, right? So it made him strong as well. If we move on, look at this. So like this is extremely impressive. And here is the point that I wanted to show is that I asked for a low angle. So low angle should be precisely opposite. This is the high angle. So I asked the low angle and I persisted in different wording and I'm gonna show you guys. And even on the enhanced mode, it asked for the low angle photograph. There is a bunch of other details here, therefore the low angle it's not here, right? So even though it understands, it captures the natural language, there are some aspects there that they seem to be very simple, which I do not understand why it's not understood, right? Um, and if we, but like, let me, like the details here, it's extremely amazing. Like, look at the water, like the drops of the water, the level of realism, it's pretty amazing. And then I played around, and it's very realistic. It does not seem cartoonish. Here, and all of them, same mistake. Some of them I even went for more details. Like here, I gave a kind of a simple negative prompt. A low angle, not high angle, but it just kept on that angle right there. But even so, it's very, very impressive. Like the level of details that they deliver, it's like mind blowing, I would say. For a first, like this is like 1.0. So this is kind of their first model out there. Um, and it's pretty, pretty amazing. So, and they do not have reference. So once they increase, add those things, reference image, some way to work with the images or just edit specifically the images, because something that I observed, even though I really enjoy natural language, sometimes it's so much easier just to point to an area and ask some changes in that area, right? So it gave a lot of good ones. This is pretty, pretty good. And it was basically the same prompt. So yeah, then I started having a few variation. I thought that because here they do have this number here, which is the seed. I thought that the seed was to basically have the same things here, like a gen ID, and but it wasn't. I used the seed on the like have the person going for the taxi cab, and here's the seed, but it just gave me a realistic taxi cab. So maybe it's not the character and the overall ambience, but maybe it's just the style, just the realistic style. Pretty realistic. This one, for example, it's pretty good, right? You see, like it's pretty amazing. But this one came out a little bit off. Even though it's very realistic, it's like hard to tell what's going on here. Here we still have that old issue with hands. Overall, very realistic, but that issue with the hands here. And like I said, like this is like the first model that they have out there. If those guys keeping this rhythm, it's gonna be pretty amazing. Then it came this funny one right here. Yeah, so I believe those here, let me separate them. So those right here, those four, I actually just generated through that this number right here. Is it seed? Yes, the seed number. So that's where I thought was just the style. So in this case, realistic style. So you have lots of realistic images. So I just put the seed there, and that's what it gave me, those generations. So those are pretty realistic. And then I went back to that Neuer, rainy, man wearing hat, so on and so forth. So not bad. Like the generations itself, it's not bad. And pretty realistic. We can always get something good here. And then I went for, let's take a look on the prompt that it makes easier. So make the same thing here, make the low angle. I just wanted to have the result there, but I didn't. So make a low angle of a Gibson dressed like the spy in the 70s in a noir mood in a rainy night. He is looking down, staring at the camera. So low angle, and he's looking down, staring at the camera. And it gave me this title, which I added, but I don't see in this prompt right here. This is interesting. So let's see the enhanced. Oh, maybe I changed on the enhanced. Yes. So on the enhanced, I gave that simple prompt. It gave me the enhanced one. And basically what I done was to add the movie title, Gambit, Birded Head Shall Roll. And it was okay, like nothing crazy, but it's kind of funny. Not the drama that I was pursuing. Nice that it added a gun by itself. Gambit, Birded Head Shall Roll. It got the text correct, so that's nice. This one is just him. So yeah. Gambit, Birded Head Shall Roll. Let's see. Yeah, so the jacket gets wet as well. The hair is wet. So Reve. So this Reve, it's pretty impressive. And the reason I created image on the Reve was to use on the Nano Banana. So Nano Banana became very, very popular this week. The concept was out there for a while, but people got wild with it. Like it can do really, really impressive things. Mm, Here, one of the reasons I explored Nano Banana was for the character continuity. One disadvantage of Nano Banana, I believe Google overall, sometimes it goes through, but not always. You cannot use famous characters. So initially it accepted, maybe did not recognize him as a blonde person. And I'm gonna leave the link below. It's on the aistudio.com. This is Nano Banana. So basically all I wanted here was continuity, to work with the same character and give different scenarios, right? So let me get closer. So here we have our Australian Mel Gibson. It's kind of funny. We have him on the rain. It's nice. He changed the scenario. He has a cigarette here. Shirt is not wet, but it's okay. It's nothing terrible. Not the end of the world. Then, so very simple prompts, very straightforward. So make it same thing, low angle. It also did not recognize the low angle, which is interesting. Eventually, all of those, I believe that once they go towards image and video generation, they're gonna eventually be very, it will be very easy just to type low angle and it's gonna deliver, right? So make it low angle and make sure he is probably dressed for the rain like a spy in the 70s. So there you go, it gave this. This is pretty nice, but 2 cigarettes. That's a tough guy, a tough spy, 2 cigarettes. So now place him in a beach bird view angle and he's looking up. So this is a good example, right? So almost got there. This is not necessarily considered bird view. This is considered this is the high angle. Bird view, it's top to bottom. So it's basically imagine literally a bird view, but in the top, right? You would see the top of his head. So make sure the beach is sunny and nice. Make it its side view in a Dutch angle. So it did got the side view. The Dutch angle, it has a slight angle. Here, let me give you guys a. So basically, Dutch angle, you have kind of let me see the camera here. It's a slightly tilt. Tilt? No, tilt. It's like this, so it's slightly sided. So, but it's a side view. It got same thing here. Very impressive realism. Still had the cigarette there, and yes, it is like a continuity character. So this is pretty good. Where is his cigarette here? Not here. It changed slightly, right? So here we can see that it's been slightly changing, right? So here it seems like he already doesn't have the blue eyes. Here, does he have the blue eyes? Let me see. Can we get closer? Yeah, so here he does have the blue eyes. Let me see if here he does have the blue eyes. Let's be very peeky. Maybe yes, maybe not. Then what happened was I uploaded another picture, this one right here, and in this one it did not accept to make the video. So this one right here is where it denied me. So I imagine it's because this one looks more like Gibson than the other one. So that's what I imagine it's the reason. Then I went to a different one. So this is kind of a comic image, right? I think someone was, there is a meme. Someone was offering something to this monkey here and orangutango, and he was just standing there like that. So create a cartoonish style of this image. He made him very happy. Oh, now I just realized we have this guy right here. Make sure the facial expression is more of skepticism, and it's more like skepticism. Keep it drawing, but give a more realistic texture. It gave a little bit more realistic texture. So distance the camera a bit and add an over-the-shoulder view of a person offering a banana to the character. So same thing here. Then I just kept on going. It went bananas, if we might say. I believe it's proper to say that. It makes sense, right? Now the person places the banana on the character hand. Now he has like 3 hands. The person is here, but he went bananas. Same thing here. He lost 1 arm. I don't know why would you do that with the creature. So he went kind of had a hard time to do that. Then this is on ChatGPT. I asked for ChatGPT to create a more realistic version of that image, and it gave me this one right here. Then I just tried to blend them. It did blend. My idea was to blend, but have this person here also in that same texture. So make sure, typo here, the person holding the banana has the same texture as the character, then went bananas again. Then, okay, I got enough of that. Then I went back to our checking the Noir style film, but never mind. I tried a different character. And my goal here was to see if I was able to have the same character in different scenarios. It did succeed, but I do got the impression that it lost a little bit of the realism. This one here is pretty decent. It's pretty good. The smoke's nice. The background, the blurred. Like overall, it's very, very good. Then make this character enter a taxi cab. Now here it seems more like he's exiting the taxi cab. I could persist and keep trying. Eventually I believe I would get it, but I tried something else. So our character is in a restaurant dipping a fry in mustard. So here I got the impression, even though it is very similar to the character, it has like every, and let's double check the clothing. It got everything right, the fry, the mustard, fries right here, background, but it got a little bit cartoonish. So I feel like this is not ideal, right? Of course, there are ways to go around that. So I'm checking the clothes here. It does seem to be the same kind of jacket. Yeah, it does seem to be the same jacket. Same. I can see I cannot see the shirt here. But yeah. So it's pretty decent on the character continuity. Then I asked to make the character entering a mansion, going through the gate of a mansion. Same thing here, it got a little bit cartoonish, but it kind of did. So if there are ways to go around, and if you persist, you're definitely gonna get some very good scenes over there, some very good images. To create image itself, it's not the best, but I believe that if you go for Imagine, it might be a little bit better than if you try to generate the images through here. So yeah, so Nano Banana, there's tons of more interesting overview on it. And one incredible thing here is that every time, that's at least the way I see it, like every time you do have one development, like a breakthrough. So because Nano Banana, I don't see that much of a breakthrough in a sense, but I do see that they were able to achieve the punctual changes through natural language. So that's important. So for example, ChatGPT already have the brush, same thing with runway and multiple others, which you can specifically go to areas and ask changes on that areas. Even Photoshop, I believe you do have that. But now Nano Banana have done this through natural language. So those, every time you do have one of those improvements, then you do have the others who are working in the same tools are progressing towards that direction as well. So they try to improve themselves. I feel like that's all I'm trying to say here. Another very, very good example is Grok. And Grok, it's pretty impressive because they have been out there for, and not Grok itself, but Grok Imagine. So it's been out like for not long, man, like a month, a couple months. And here they already added the speech mode. So Grok Imagine videos can now talk, right? So here that character that they have on the Grok, and let's see.
Welcome to Grok Imagine. My name is Annie.
Right? So early stages, therefore, even like the impressive thing that I think is they have a tunnels here. The impressive thing that I see is the X freeze. The impressive thing that I see is that how quick it was. So it was like it's like 1 month, and then you have this new improvement for Grok, right? So let's see this for X freeze, what the tunnel says. So for example, here's the prompt, simple prompt, very deep male voice, Earth is mine to conquer, nobody gets in my way. I believe that's the deep male voice is to remember Tunnel's voice. So let's see. Let's hear it.
Earth is mine to conquer. Nobody gets in my way.
Okay, work in progress. We can clearly hear it, but not there yet. So speech. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, the progress is very, very impressive. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, I did want to have this quick view on Grok. So let's see this guy right here. What does it say in the prompt? So Grok Imagine speech just dropped, absolute next level. Bring your cartoons to life, make them talk, joke, or go wild. Keep your speech words under 15 for best results. You can also add unique moods and expressions to your character. Yeah, that's nice. So Grok Imagine. So let's hear that.
I'm your cutest bunny. I'm funny sometimes, but could kick in the nuts if I'm angry.
All right. Funny joke, guy. Yeah, that's funny. So once more, like the pretty impressive thing, it's how fast Grok Imagine is moving. So I even want to take a look in the next two, which has been there for a while now, and show that if they have this an overall view of if Grok goes to that direction of um, creating longer clips, longer videos, and have a site, a vision for even a full movie, full length movie, with which I think they do, then they can have underlying structure like that of Sora is a good example, right? Because I was just checking, and there are multiple out there. Like Runway is one of them. There are multiple out there that focuses and that kind of overall video generation. Even with not there yet for narrative storytelling, but non-linear storytelling. Let's put like this. So if Grok goes to that direction and lay that down the overall structure for full-length videos with various aspect ratios, so on and so forth, I feel like things are gonna move so much faster because that's the impression that I have on Grok. It's like they are able to go really fast in whatever direction they put their attention to. To which I bring the example of Sora. So Sora was a big deal. Like once it came out, it had the same hype, right? Like just like Nano Banana. And this impressive thing about Sora, so I revisited today just to see if they had anything new. It seemed to be pretty much the same, very small changes, but nothing impressive, nothing like sound or anything in that sense there yet. But I do feel like they're gonna have some updates here. And I hope they have some updates here soon because it's been a while they have not announced anything for Sora. So once more, like the videos, the quality is pretty good. VO3 of course with the sound and environment sound with speech, all that drawn every attention possible. But Sora has a huge potential as well because it also works with it does have that underlying idea of create a storytelling, even linear storytelling, and then you can use the AI possibilities, which is realistic, non-realistic, whichever kind of idealization is possible to be brought to life. So we can see here various examples, very good. They always select the best ones. So bring your imagination to life with text, image, or video. Replace, remove, or reimagine elements in your video with remix. So here they do give some examples. So open large doors into a library, replace doors with French doors, turn the library into a spaceship. So here's the same thing. So remove the spaceship and add a jungle and replace the jungle with a lunar view. So this is very interesting because it's exactly what we just talked about Nano Banana, is the natural language to deliver those changes, overall changes, right? So this is pretty good. So then they have this, which is pretty amazing idea, and I do hope that the other video generators out there also apply this. It's to select frame, and then you can extend the frame in either direction. So this is pretty interesting. So you can extend the frame. Here it's going to give this example. So it select the frame, then you're going to expand backwards. So you are generating content backwards, and then you're generating afterwards. So like it makes so much easier for a storytelling, right? It makes so much easier for the continuity of a storytelling. This is pretty amazing. Storyboard, organize and edit a unique sequence of your videos on a personal timeline. So here we have the structure as frames. So those numbers here are the frames, right? So this is pretty, the level of realism here, it's very interesting. Look at this. So this is pretty amazing, right? So this is the storyboard. And loop, trim down and create seamless repeating videos with loop. So loop is out there. The physics here, look at this. So the fire, this is pretty nice. Yeah, this is nice. Staircase, this is a more wave. Not really realistic, but it's there. I feel like the staircase and the wave, they're more like it's not fantastical, the word that I want. There is a word there, but I'm not remembering. So blend, this is very popular right now, where you select either two images or two videos and it blends them together. So this is pretty nice. So style presets. So here we do have basically this is the prompt. Earthly tones with muted pastels and pops color soft, diffuse lighting. Okay, so this is actually not the prompt from the Rhino. Where is the, I'd like to know the prompt of the Rhino and the Mammoth, but I don't see it. Here we have the prompt for the style. Maybe they uploaded the video, and here I just imagine that's what it is. Presets, yeah, I just imagine that's what it is. So they uploaded the video, and through the video they created the style. They changed the style. It's pretty cool. Or they created a video on Sora itself, and yeah, because I don't remember if Sora gives the possibility of uploading. I think it does. And then it gives the pricing. But the point here was basically that, was just the, let's see if there is anything else here. Sora. Yeah, with the ChatGPT Plus, you already can use Sora. So that's the thing. And here just to, wow, 30 minutes already. This is amazing, man. Okay, and this is the thing, right? Like, let me do this, and go back here. Like, Sora, you see the underlying structure is right there. And in the examples they show, it's very good. So I do expect to see, especially Grok, and I say that because their potential is pretty good, and it's easy to see how fast they are moving, how fast they are progressing, and hopefully they progress towards that direction where we are gonna be able to see, to have the tools to create a full clip at least, and not have to go through dozens of tools just to create something, right? Just to have over there that continuity timeline, cut, different camera angles, voice, sound, so on and so forth. I do think that eventually we're gonna get there. I would say the framework will be within 6 to 12 months, I would say. to have like between, I do think that will be for 3 to 5 minute short clips for one person, a couple, or small team to develop, and high quality and whichever style desired. So I do think within 6 months to 12 months we're gonna have an easier workflow for that. Right now, of course, it's possible. We already have a lot of uh, festivals, AI film festivals out there, but it's a lot of them. It's not a linear storytelling, right? It's still on that fantastical, more kind of storytelling, non-linear. But with a good team, you can still develop linear storytelling. Yeah, so that's all for today. I want to keep short those slides for now. I want to focus a lot on the more edited, good quality videos until I'm able to have a few viewers here exchange some information. But glad to be here. Really, really enjoy the moment of AI right now. And let's see what's next. So see you all next time. Thanks for being here. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, and let me know your thoughts. You guys take care.